I'm here with David from Copperleaf Development, the builder of this phenomenal property behind me, 108 Abbott Road. We're here to learn a little bit more about the construction process, whether it's a spec home. Our clients ask a lot, should they build custom homes? David, I'm hoping maybe you could tell us a little bit about the build here at 108. I see that we're in such a historic area on Abbott Road. We're also backing up to conservation land.
This is, as you mentioned, an incredible spot in Wellesley with history up and down this road, and it's designed so that it fits in with its surroundings and hopefully will be the next chapter of history to come on the road. It all starts with the location. From there it goes to trying to use the best materials, and this house is cedar shingle construction. You'll see the masonry, New England field stone. We're in the middle of building a new stone wall out front here. So
when the planning was going on, they looked at Copperleaf Development and wanted to hire you guys because of your knowledge of the area and then your history in the area.
We've been working in Wellesley since the early 2000s. I raised my kids in Wellesley. I can speak to the amazing community that this is and the school systems that I've raised my own kids in. And it's just a unique town, and this is a unique spot within that community. And it's something that we really appreciate being a part of.
Well, let's go take a look inside. First thing I notice is dramatic ceiling height, beautiful millwork, tons of windows looking out at Centennial Park. Tell me a little bit about the build process in here, what you guys are aiming for, maybe who you worked with to help with the design, all that.
Kent Duckham Architecture is the architect, the brains behind the whole build here. It's his vision, again, trying to give it a classic feel, like it was always part of the neighborhood, but in a transitional way. Let's say something that blends the traditional feel of an older home, but with the current aesthetic and gearing towards today's lifestyle. So you feel like something was always here, but it is appropriate for today. So what's going on here, I don't want to call this a normal spec build. I think what you got is a house that's being built for sale, that's being built as though it's a custom home. We're working with Sherry Pello's Interiors. She's a designer who we've worked with extensively in the past, and she just has an excellent design eye and a way to bring Kent's architecture all the way through to an interior finished product. There's so many decisions that go into home building, from the first architecture and design decisions all the way through to every finish. This is a millwork package that would be far more extensive than what you would see in what we consider a typical spec home. Tile work, plumbing fixtures. I want the finished product to be something that people are super excited about, but I also want the process to be that way. And how do we do that? We do that with vendors and subcontractors and design people who we know and trust over the long term, who can do it the way we want it done.
This feature right here, the indoor outdoor living, the wood burning fireplace, probably my favorite feature at 108 Abbott, just like looking over the conservation land. I thought maybe we'd end with talking about some of my clients who are thinking about either doing an extensive renovation or doing a new build. You have a lot of expertise and experience with that. What does timing look like? And then for you, what keeps you up at night when you're thinking about doing a new project?
So first of all, you talk about time frame. I can assure you it's always longer than anybody ever thinks.
So is it start to finish? Is it a year? Because I have some people saying like, oh, it took 3-4 years.
So Wellesley or similar type towns, a lot of it comes down to permitting and entitlement. Those processes alone can take 6 to 12 plus months. You know, to build a new home, once the construction gets going, you're talking about, I would say 12 to 14 months, 15 months on the outside for these types of homes. And the same would be true for an extensive renovation addition. A lot of times people think, a smaller project is a shorter time frame, but you've got to get the same subcontractors and materials lined up. And so the time frames on those, what are perceived to be shorter projects, are longer than what people really
All right, well, thank you, David. I really appreciate the time walking through 108 Abbott, telling us about the building process, not only here, but some of your custom projects. If you have any questions about the product here, 108 Abbott Road, I'm your guy. Give me a call. I'm happy to walk you through, show you the home. We're only gonna keep progressing here, making it better and better. And obviously, if you want to renovate, if you want to build a new home, David's your guy. Copperleaf Development is perfect for the job, so make it happen.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.